While times are tough, Old Mutual Chief Economist Johann Els believes there is light at the end of the tunnel. He says some positive developments in the economy should put the country on the path to recovery. This after rampant corruption and the apparent lack of the rule of law had dampened sentiment. Els says while the second quarter is likely to have contracted due to the disruptive floods in KwaZulu-Natal and the intense load shedding, things will improve in the second half of the year.
We've seen significant improvements in policy in South Africa that will certainly help that. Policy improvements, for example, the emphasis on the private sector in energy investment, the emphasis on the private sector in logistics, in railways, in the ports. And we've seen quite a strong shift towards private sector involvement in the economy. Plus then, of course, the significant energy announcement by the President last week.
On the other hand, South Africa risks being grey-listed by global anti-money laundering body, the Financial Action Task Force, after it flagged deficiencies in the country's financial controls. But Els says the market has already priced this in, and should it happen, it will not have a huge impact on the economy.
Grey-listed means it will be more difficult for businesses to do business with the rest of the world. It'll be slightly more difficult for financial institutions to do business with overseas financial institutions. But it's a well-highlighted risk. It's being priced in by markets. I don't think the impact will be as negative as a ratings downgrade, because it won't impact on South Africa's inclusion in foreign indices like the MSCI index, for example. South Africa also still stands out amongst the group of emerging markets in terms of regulation of the financial sector, in terms of potential economic growth, in terms of the strength of its institutions. So I do not think there'll be significant capital outflows.
Old Mutual expects economic growth to average 2.4% this year. Gloria Sifako Mosi, SABC News, Johannesburg.